Hey all, Altarian here with another Godzilla review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Diamond Select Toys 1989 Godzilla vinyl bank. This was the first Godzilla bank that Diamond Select Toys has released so far. They also have a bust version of this guy, which is basically just like from here up. And then they also have a King Ghidorah bust, and they also are working on Mechagodzilla. I think they're going to have a bust of him and then another full figure like this guy. I am very, very pleased with this figure. He is very, very big. He's a pretty good size. He's about 18 inches from the tip of his nose down to the tip of his tail. I'm going to cut here to a couple size comparisons to the other Godzilla stuff that I currently own. So you can take a look at that and see how that looks so you can kind of get an idea as to how big he is. Like I said, he's about 10 inches tall, and then about 18 inches from his nose to the tip of his tail. So like I said, I'm going to cut to a couple size comparisons so you can get an idea of how big he is, and then we'll be back here to take another closer look at this figure.
Alright, here we have a comparison here between the Bandai Creations Millennium Series Godzilla and the DST one. Next up we have the Atomic Roar figure compared to him. I didn't really notice how bad the Atomic Roar figure looked until I compared him to him. And then last up, we have Godzilla compared to all of my stuff. We have starting from the left, we have the Atomic Roar figure behind the Bandai Creations Millennium Series Godzilla. Then we have I believe it's Running Press that made him. It's a little Godzilla, he has lights and sounds. And then, of course, we have the little Godzilla from the Destruction Packs, the 2014 Hallmark Ornament, which I did a review on a couple weeks ago, and then last but certainly not least is the Bandai Creations 1954 Godzilla. So there's some size comparisons. Now we're going to jump back to the main video so you can see a closer look at the DST Godzilla.
Alright, and we're back here. We're going to take a little closer look here at this guy. As you can see from the distance, he does have a really nice skin texture and some nice little skin details to him. DST usually does pretty good stuff. Most of the stuff I have from them I am very, very satisfied with. So we'll start off with the head. You can kind of see there is a lot of nice details on his head with the ear and the eye detail and everything. You can see his nostrils here. And then if you kind of look into his mouth, you can see all the nice little teeth details. And his tongue, the little paint that's going on in there. So yeah, he's a lot of nice little texturing and a lot of nice paint details. He is charcoal gray, like Godzilla is supposed to be color-wise. And we'll kind of work our way down the back here so you can kind of see these spines. He is hollow, obviously, because he's a piggy bank, and you can see the coin slot right here. I don't actually plan on using him as a piggy bank, just because he's more of just, like I said, a display piece. So he is very, very cool. He does display really, really well. As you can see with the spines and the tail and everything, there is a lot of really, really cool details going on here. I am very satisfied with this guy. I picked him up for about 28 bucks from Walmart. Typically that's his price. He goes for around 30 bucks or so. So we'll take a look at the feet here. Again, you can see a lot of the nice texturing and everything going on with this figure. He looks really, really good. A very good representation of the 1989 Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Biollante. And then we'll take a look at the bottom of the tail. The tail was a little annoying to put in. I actually had to look at the video DST released about how to do it, because it was a little annoying. You have to apply a lot more pressure than you probably expect to put the tail in. It's a little disturbing, because you feel like it's going to break or something, but it's not. It's just a little annoying to put the tail in. But overall, like I said, this figure is very nice. I am very happy with it. I do hope they release more Godzilla stuff like this, more full-size banks versus the busts. I'm not a big fan of the busts. I like full figures like this, so I hope they kind of hit all the big Godzillas like this guy and like the original Godzilla, some of the Showa Godzillas. I do hope they do a Godzilla from the one that was in Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, because he is my favorite Godzilla, the one with the white eyes and all that kind of stuff. One thing I am very happy with, I've seen on some of the figures, is that the spines are kind of wiggly. They're not very well in there. These spines, they're really nice and thick. You can kind of see that here, and they don't really move at all. They're very, very solid, well-done spines. DST did an awesome job with this figure's spines, and overall, this is a very, very good figure. Mine has some white specks on the head here, not really sure why. He has some on his arm here too, it looks like. But it's nothing too major. Like I said, it's nothing that would make me say this isn't worth getting, because it definitely is worth getting. For $30, you get a really, really good size, awesome representation of the 1989 Godzilla. He's excellent. Like I said, $28 I paid for him. He goes for around $30 for most websites. I would definitely recommend this guy. He's absolutely worth the money. And like I said, that's pretty much all I have to say about him. Like I said, I'm very happy with him. DST does great work. I hope they keep doing Godzillas. And thanks for watching this. I'll be back on Friday with a review of the Eaglemoss Bajoran Solar Sailor. So that'll be on Friday. So if you like my reviews, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.